All right, good evening. This is Antagonist Gaming back again for the beginning of Chapter 13 of Broken World. To recap what happened in the last chapter, Don Corneo was indeed telling the truth when he said that Shinra was planning to attack Sector 7 and drop the plate on them. We made it back in time to join the battle and actually even fought our way all the way up to the pillar. However, Reno and Rude were able to fight us off and turn on the pillar collapse system, which caused the plate to collapse. Aerith was able to rescue Marlene, and a number of people did escape, but not everyone. Wedge was still in the town when things collapsed. Biggs and Jesse died fighting the Shinra troops on the pillar. We got to hear both of their last words. We are in Evergreen Park. But, you know, there's rubble everywhere.
Anybody out there?
Barret!
So
I think I hear him up ahead.
we're trapped in some rubble with Tifa. We're gonna
Here goes.
And push!
try and push our way through. We can see that there's fires and rubble, twisted metal, broken pieces and stuff everywhere. Barret staring up at the gate to Sector 7, which just has junk just flowing out of it.
Marlene! Biggs! Wedge! Jesse! God damn it! God damn you!
Using his good arm to punch in rage. Understandably so. His friends are dead and he doesn't know the fate of his daughter.
Marlene. Marlene.
It was us. We did this.
No. You can't think like that. Whatever came before it was Shinra that pulled the trigger today. Am I right?
Yeah.
Hold on to this anger, okay?
Barret gives Tifa a hug.
Barret. Marlene's fine.
Huh?
Aerith found her.
Aerith. Is that the girl they took?
Yeah. That's her.
The hell's going on?
I asked Aerith to find Marlene and take her somewhere safe.
And she did? You sure? Hey, where you going?
Leaves after a contemplative moment. So Barret brings up a good point. In the last video, I mentioned how Jesse was, lamenting that, oh, we deserved this. This is, we were violent. Well, Barret brings up a good point that, when somebody is violent to you. You don't have to be aggressive or violent back to them. Obviously, there's a risk of that happening, but you don't have to. And what Shinra did was a massive overreaction and was wrong, as evidenced by the fact that Reeve, who's in Shinra's leadership, was, opposing it. Saying, hey, we can evacuate all the people first and then try to find Avalanche and arrest them, or, we should at least issue a warning. And, Heidegger and President Shinra are telling him, oh, well, these people can just die in the name of progress, whatever that means.
What do we do now? What you were hired to do. Get these people out of here.
So, people are confused, they're worried, they're talking. So, but, just it brings up a good point that you don't need to get revenge like that, so.
I said, where you going?
Aerith's house. It's in the Sector 5 slums.
And that's where Marlene is?
Where we hope she is.
Tell me she is. Give me something to hang on to. Even if she's not, I won't blame you for it, I swear. Who am I kidding? I'd probably try to tear your head off.
Hey, Tifa. Know anything about ancients?
I know I've heard of them, at least.
They come up in planetology books. Meant to be the original stewards of the planet. Could even commune with it, talk to it and stuff.
That must be why the Turks wanted her so badly.
Cloud suddenly has a massive headache.
My veins flows the blood of ancients.
Here's Sephiroth talking, flashing.
This planet is my birthright.
Sephiroth saying he's an ancient of planets, and then he sees Sephiroth. They're on the pathway to Walmart, by the way, if you want to know where they're at. So, junk on both sides.
You have failed again, I see.
Cloud flinching, stepping back. He's terrified. Tifa's looking. She can't see anything. All she sees is Cloud hallucinating.
But through suffering, you will grow strong. Isn't that what we want?
And then Cloud blinks. And you see the electric kind of thing, and Sephiroth is gone.
It's nothing. Let's go.
And now we're here at Walmart at Chocobo Sam's place. So when Sephiroth says things like, with suffering you will go strong, you failed again. I mean, I just really feel like that's the kind of stuff that your self-hate tells you when you're like, try really hard to overcome physical pain or mental health challenges and you fail. That's like the, see, I told you, you failed again, maybe this will be the time that you gain the strength. So it's really, the kind of manipulative stuff that you tell yourself or that other people tell you, if you unfortunately have those types of people in your life, that, really hammer home that whole, like, you are your disability, you are your sickness, you are that, and you're a failure because of it. Maybe someday the pain you suffered will give you some level of strength and toughness to overcome it, but, that's just a fleeting dream, right? And, I think they did a really good job of, like, encapsulating a lot of that negativity that people experience in their mind into a character in Sephiroth. And that was a conscious choice by the writers to rewrite him. In the original, he's kind of like this mysterious bad guy in the background, and he comes into the plot like midway through, and then you realize like how dangerous he is. But in this one, they really put him front and center as kind of the person that embodies all of Cloud's personal doubt and self-esteem problems and anxiety and PTSD and trauma and such. You know, in counterbalance to like Aerith and Tifa and Barret, who are like, you know, different forms of positivity in Cloud's life, that he needs to fight against that inner conversation that is being dictated by Sephiroth and his trauma.
There's a hole in the sky.
So we're gonna talk to Sam here because
Parts
he's
ain't running right now.
actually, that's not Sam. Sam is over here.
Hey, pretty crazy, huh? Can you believe this mess?
You doing all right?
I am, but I can't say the same about my birds. Poor things are scared half to death.
It's like there's a hole in the sky.
So we're gonna head
Wait,
into Wall Market itself. You know, people are scared. The party's not going on anymore.
their jobs probably. Just focus on seeing Marlene again. Nothing else.
There's Shinra troops in Wall Market, so we're just gonna head on through. But Andrea's right here, so we'll talk to him too.
Did you find what you were looking for?
Thanks to you, I did.
Good. Now never let it go again.
And then we'll pass by Madame M and we'll check in with her too, just to see what she thinks about what's going on.
Well, this is a fine mess.
How bad is it here?
Compared to Sector 7, we're doing fine. But that's hardly an accomplishment.
Alright, now we're gonna head to Aerith's house.
Sector 7's pretty much destroyed.
You
Check
guys
in.
run into Jesse at the pillar?
Yeah, Biggs too. They were both in pretty bad shape. But Wedge wasn't up there with them. He got out.
All right.
Come on now. There's no need to be afraid.
So that was a...
Y'all, we gotta go find the others.
Huh?
If we don't look for them, who will?
Right.
Hey, Cloud, I'm gonna need your help with it too.
Right.
So when you heard one of Sam's workers, like the Chocobo was so scared from all the sound that, you know, it stopped. And when you look up into the air now, where you see the plate, there's just a big gap and you can see up into the actual sky now because the plate's gone. You know, whereas the Sector 6 plate is like mostly built, but there's like a section where the sun shines through because they're not finished rebuilding it yet. The Sector 7 plate is just gone. It's like a, you know, Barret calls it a big pizza. It's like as if you had a giant pizza and you pulled one big triangular slice out and you can see the box, but the rest of it's still there. So,
My ears are still ringing from it.
This is Sector 5, right? So where's this place you said Marlene is?
Where I think she is. It's a house on the other side of town.
Well, come on then. Pick up the pace.
I'm going as fast as you are.
heading up towards the Leaf House, and then we'll head past it to Aerith's place.
That's the house.
Marlene! Marlene! Where's Marlene? Is she here?
Barret!
Now we're in Aerith's house, so he's talking to Elmyra, Aerith's mom.
Sorry, I'm Barret. Marlene's my little girl. Marlene, she's got short hair. She's cute as a button, with the heart of an angel. She was wearing, pink. She was wearing a pink dress today.
Upstairs.
Huh? Oh.
I said she's sleeping.
I want to see her too. Come on, let's go look in on her.
Keep it down. Don't wake her.
We go up the steps. Into the. This is the other bedroom, not the one that Cloud was in before.
My baby. Thank God.
Marlene's sleeping. Barret's kneeling next to her, relieved.
Shinra has my daughter now.
I'm sorry.
No, I'm the one who asked her to go get Marlene. We'd only just met, but she was so kind and helpful. I took advantage of her.
It's not your fault. It was only a matter of time before she ended up back there.
Because she's an ancient. That it?
So she told you about that. She must trust you all a great deal. Yes, Aerith is an ancient. Probably the last one living. She's not my daughter. Not by blood, I mean. If that's what you were wondering. About 15 years ago.
So we're in a
My husband,
flashback.
he'd been shipped off to fight on the front lines. But then I received a letter saying he'd be home for a bit. So when the day came, I went to the station to meet him.
We got Elmyra. She's younger. Train comes by and we see the.
But he didn't come. I couldn't help fearing the worst, even then. But I told myself his leave must have been postponed, that he'd been delayed. Every day I went, to wait and to pray. And that's how I met her. Her and her mother.
So we've got Kid
I thought
Aerith,
maybe they'd run away from Wall Market.
and then
Or that
Aerith's
they were
mom.
topsiders, fallen on hard times. I'd seen that sort of thing a lot.
Aerith's mom is really sickly, so she had a lot of health problems.
Take Aerith somewhere safe.
She's a young
Those
woman
were
in
her
her
mother's
20s,
dying words.
and then she dies, and you got little Kid Aerith, and she's crying.
My husband had been away for so long, and I was lonely. So I convinced myself the safest place for the girl was with me. It took no time at all for her to start feeling
Now
like
they're back in
family.
the home.
She was a real chatterbox. She told me strange stories, like how she and her mother had escaped from some sort of facility, and how she wasn't sad because her mother had just returned to their planet.
Their planet, huh? Yeah, that sounds about right.
I didn't understand any of it at the time. When I asked if she meant one in the sky, she said no, this one, right here. I mean, what can you say to that?
Mommy, don't be sad.
That's what she said to me one day, out of the blue. So I asked her, what's wrong?
A man you really, really loved just died. His heart came a long way to say goodbye. But he couldn't stay because he had to return to the planet.
I didn't believe her, of course. And then, a few days later, I received a letter saying my husband had been killed in action. Things like that. She'd just know. It was a lot to deal with, but we were happy. And then came the knock.
Coming!
It's sung.
No! Go away!
Aerith, you know you're not just any little girl. You're a descendant of the ancients.
I had no idea what he meant, so I said, "Who are the ancients?"
They were the original stewards of the planet, whose boundless knowledge and wisdom shall guide us to the promised land. Some believe the promised land to be a myth, others an allegory of sorts. But we take the words of the scriptures at face value and believe it to be quite real. Which is why Shinra would like very much for Aerith to help us.
You're wrong! I'm not an ancient!
But Aerith, even when you're all alone, don't you hear voices whispering secrets?
No, never!
But all three of us knew that wasn't true. That man knew exactly who Aerith was, where she'd come from, and what she could do.
They knew where she was, but they didn't just take her? Doesn't sound like the Turks I know.
She had to come willingly, otherwise it wouldn't work, they said. That's why, even if they did take her away, I'm sure she's still being treated like a guest. And that they'll send her straight back home, once they get what they need.
I doubt it.
You're not planning anything, are you? Don't make things worse than they already are. If I lost her too, I don't know if I could ever. Just don't.
Cloud, maybe she's right about this. Maybe they'll let Aerith go when it's all over. Maybe we'd be better off waiting a little while.
Let's head back to Sector 7. Got things to take care of. Like checking up on the bar.
Yeah.
Okay.
Alright, so we're gonna have to head through the
main entrance to Sector 7 is buried under rubble now.
underground highway
So
again.
how are we supposed to get back inside?
Underground passage in the park.
Good plan.
But how do we get to the park?
I know another way to get there. Aerith showed me before.
This ancient girl knows her stuff. Didn't mean anything by it.
So, I've heard people say that, that Shinra actually can be classified as religious extremists as enemies because they believe in the, the whole myth of the ancients, which is like, kind of become part of the lore of, of the religion of planetology, which is the religion that, the humans in this world, practice. And, it's kind of interesting because, like, Shinra does all this stuff that's eminently against what the religion preaches. They destroy the planet.
My ears are still ringing from it.
But then, President Shinra and his team believe in this promised land that is talked about in planetology, thinking, oh, well, if we find that, then it'll be fine. We don't need to, it'll paper over all the damage we've done to the planet. So, when Sung says that they believe in the scriptures at face value, they mean they literally think there is some magical promised land that will have all the resources that they need to be able to undo all the damage they did and then live, you know, in wealth and paradise forever. So now we're back in the underground highway. And if you recall, when we went through here the first time with Cloud and Aerith, the way she originally wanted to go was blocked off. That place is now unblocked, and the way we originally went through is now blocked. Because when the plate collapsed, it caused some, you know, shifting of stuff to happen.
No surprises there.
We don't have to do any crane challenges this time. All the crane challenges are, you know, already solved. So it won't take that long for me to get through here. And then after we get through here...
There, that way. We'll have to fight our way through. But it's our only shot.
After we get through here, that'll be it for this segment, because then we'll be heading into the next, like, defined phase of the chapter.
We do this fast. I got your number.
Come on! Would kill for a shower.
When this game first came out, the fact that she says that all the time is kind of a meme. The game kind of a meme.
Okay. You ain't getting out of this. Ain't got nothing on me.
Just gotta keep fighting our way through these various enemies.
Need my help. Check you sleeping. Ooh, gotta love it. Oh, you in trouble now. Ooh, God, you ain't getting out of this. Stay down, asshole.
It's over.
Suck it. Oh yeah, another one in the bag. You really want to throw down with me?
So we got robots now, we gotta fight them. We've got a sweeper prototype and a smogger.
Buzz off.
Smogger we can take down very quickly.
So long. Keep it together.
I got it.
It's always annoying when you're gonna try to use magic and the enemies disrupt you.
Let's make it hot.
Hang back.
That thunder I hear?
Buzz off. Last one. After you.
All set. There's no escape.
They're still unconscious.
Keep it up. Have to take pride in that.
Gotta heal. We're not quite through the area yet. Still got... Still got a little ways to go. Oh, actually, I'm going the wrong direction. It felt like I was going the wrong way. When you're going back a way that looks familiar, there's no enemies to fight. You're going the wrong direction. So just like the other parts of the collapsed highway, rubble everywhere. I mean, it's like a highway tunnel, right? But it's collapsed. So I'm going down ladder now into like an underground area. And this is the hangout of our good friends, Vex Badass. So we gotta fight some regular rank and file bandits first, and then when we get to the back, we'll fight back against them. And you can actually fight them an infinite number of times. Every time you go through here, you can fight them.
No surprises there.
They just act as regular enemies in this game, and at this point.
You asked for it.
Or standard generic bandits.
Feel the heat. Don't look now, but it's about to get real. Take y'all over.
Bring it. Feel the heat.
Ain't got nothing on me.
And here we go.
You'll need to provide due compensation. You again?
Where's the order?
Nope.
Step line, we go way back.
So, and it's all three of them plus Bert, which is who, and he's just known as the grungy bandit in this game, but they gave him a name in Rebirth. So, I assume when they remaster this at some point, they'll probably retroactively put that into their.
Let's make it hot.
I got this.
Man, I trained for this. There! Bring it!
Let's finish this.
Next time, Barret. Next time.
We knocked them out. And head up the ladder here. Takes us back into like the actual collapsed highway. And there's some more monsters.
All right. Come on. Shit hurts. Go. Want the ball? Like playing with fire?
I got this. Here. Take the lead.
Hang back.
Alright, took out two of them, now just got one more. These things are annoying. They're like the gorgers, but they can. But they
Room to improve, huh?
They can heal a lot faster than the gorgers do when they latch onto you, and they're a lot more likely to use that attack.
Over there.
So we passed through the last of the 3 crane areas. The second one is in the area that we can no longer visit.
Come on.
And now we see that there's people from Sector 7, agonizing because they don't want to heading through there to get to Wall Market because there's monsters. And we're now into Evergreen Park. So, that'll be that for this video. Thank you for watching, and, you know, I hope you enjoyed it, and, you know, we got, couple more things left to go before we hit the final stretch run of the game, but we're in the final act of the story now. So thank you for tuning in as always, and I hope you enjoyed this video, and you know, if you liked it, give it a like, and let me know what you think in the comments. So thank you so much, and I hope you have a great rest of your day.